Thousands of people pass through the gates of Grove City's Windsor Park each year. They come for the park's tennis courts, playgrounds, picnic areas, walking and biking trails, and senior citizen center. But the real attraction is baseball. Since the league's inception in 1953, Windsor Park has played host to thousands of Central Ohio youth baseball players each year, ranging in age from high school to kindergarten and every age in between. The park is filled with tributes to past community leaders, including park namesake Harold Windsor, former Parks Director Barry Babbert, and community visionary Ernie Plank. People from all corners of the community fill the park each night to volunteer their services, cheer on their teams, meet new friends, and renew old friendships. Umpire Dan Wilson is one community member who has been a fixture at Windsor Park for many years.
I came over to watch my son play his first Mosquito League baseball game. And we sat down to watch the game and waited for it to start. It never started, And finally the coach came over and leaned over the fence and said, we need an umpire. The umpire didn't show up. And, I was the only male in the stands. And he said, Mr. Wilson, how about you? Well, I don't know the rules, but he said, well, you don't need to know the rules. You just need to know safe or out at first base. If you can do that, we can use you. I said, okay. So that's how it started, and I got paid a can of pop when the game was over. So I know I had a lot of fun doing it, too.
So you had an opportunity to umpire a game down here at the park last year that you said initially at one point would be the last game you'd ever work. So tell me about that.
It wasn't the last game I ever worked. It was a game I wanted to work, and then I could officially retire and have met all of the aspirations that I had out of baseball. It was a game where my son was the head coach of the baseball team, and my grandson was the batter, and I worked home plate. And that was my ultimate game.
So were there other people on the field that you knew or in the stands?
Oh, there's because I've been here in town for 35 years and worked baseball here off and on at this park for 25 or 30 years anyway. I know the kids that are coaching. I know their kids. I know the kids' parents. It's just like a big family here. You get people coming and going all the time, but if you're down here constantly like we are, whether we're watching games or umpiring, you get to meet an awful lot of nice people.
Volunteer coach George Litchfield is another community member who has spent a lifetime at the park.
How many home runs?
He's barking too much.
Oh.
As a well-known local businessman, Litchfield is also a longtime league financial sponsor.
You say you got started sponsoring in '81. Why'd you decide to do that?
Just to give back what I got. Nothing really. I mean, plus I love baseball.
Did you ever have Dan Wilson as an umpire?
When I was a kid, no. But when I started sponsoring in '81, I had him quite a bit. He was over there, he umpired all the games.
Well, that was just a hot rod that I built and drove it over there and figured it'd look good getting a picture taken.
Litchfield's office is lined with mementos from his years of community involvement at Windsor Park. He remembers each player and points out kids turned adults who have continued the legacy of commitment to the community.
You remember him? He works down there at Park and Rec. It's pretty hilarious. All these guys. Now this boy, right?
Whether you're in the game, a spectator, or both, Baseball at Windsor Park is a total community experience.
So he asked me a bunch of questions about what it was like over here and what had changed. And I said, you need to get your wife and just come over, watch a ball game. Or just come over and watch a whole bunch of ball games. And I said, get a hot dog, walk around, and you'll be amazed how nice of a park it is.